What's the dumbest thing you've said to a girl while trying to impress her? Mine was back in 10th grade. I was talking to my crush and was scared I sounded boring to her. So in my head I kept thinking, say something that makes you look more interesting. I panicked and told her I didn't support same-type marriage. It's been 12 years since and I still cringe when I think about it. I don't know if trying to impress her, but I was talking to a girl about how I had recently recovered from Lyme disease. Then when I finished talking I asked, so what diseases do you have? I was at my best friend's birthday party. Him and his cousins were being kinda dorky. I was too honesty, and I tried to hit on his cousin by saying boys. Huh. She looked at me and just rolled her eyes. Not sure what I was going for by saying that, but hey, I was like 12. This one hurt me more than I thought it would. I've probably said something like that to a girl. Was it hard learning the language? She moved to England for a while. We're in the US. I cracked my neck. She was surprised and then I told her watch this. Proceeded to crack my back and accidentally farted mid-crack. Dated for almost 6 months after that. When I was a teenager, I was exchanging photos with a girl I met off of MySpace. She was from Kentucky. Sent me a kitty pic. I don't know why I thought this was clever, but I said something along the lines of I would love to eat that Kentucky fried kitty. She ghosted me after that. Still cringe about it today. Lol, finger licking good would have been more suited, but hey, that's for the next girl from Kentucky. You might not hear this often, but I think you're hotter than your sister. I told her I wasn't really a dog or a cat kinda guy, but more like a, prepare yourself for this one, reptile kinda guy. Yes, I said I was a reptile kinda guy. To impress her. I don't think she was impressed, but I did make her laugh. Told her I finally aced the intro to Little Wing. She handed me a guitar at a party a week later, so I bombed hard and then made a load of really weak excuses about not having the right guitar. Yep, I tried to impress a pianist in my drama club when I was in high school by saying I could play the piano. She straight up walks over to a piano that was covered by a cloth and enthusiastically begs me to play a little something. So I played the only thing I know, the first 10 seconds of the Super Smash Bros. Theme. She was not impressed. I feel you. Man. When I was 18 my girlfriend told me about how her ex used to beat her. Me being stupid and macho I went to say I bet I could hit him harder than he hit you. Dumb I know, but it gets worse. I fumbled my words and accidentally said I bet I could hit you harder than he could. Still not only cringe at that but feel genuinely sorry for that girl. At that age going through an experience like that and opening up to someone about it, and they say that. Dang. This one hurts to remember. In 6th grade there was a girl who was emo and I really wanted to impress her and show her I was edgy and different, so I, for some unknown reason, still don't know what went through my head to make me think this, decided it would be a good idea to tell her I liked My Little Pony, and that my favorite pony was Applejack. I didn't even care for the show, I literally just googled their names so I could try to impress her like it was sexy to like a children's show for little girls. I dislike that I have to live with that fact for the rest of my days. We were having conversation and in an attempt of trying to be funny, I told her I have man boobs. I don't know why I thought that would be funny. She was like, okay, too much information. Has anyone told you you're beautiful today? She said no, and I replied, well, there's always another day. I was trying to impress her by my humor, but she took it seriously. I was once getting drinks with a woman and some dude starting aggressively yelling at his wife by us. I stood up and broke it up and got security, the whole savior deal. I returned to the bar and the woman I was with said that was scary. I had just looked at my Fitbit. Turned to the woman and said, I mean my heart rate stayed at 61, cool as a cucumber. It was just an older female client I was with, not hitting on her, but my response made me think of the dummy jar for sure. I have a good one. I was at a bar one night hitting it off with this girl. She casually brought up that she had kids, but I didn't quite hear her. So I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Then what she said finally clicked in my brain, and before I could say sorry I misunderstood, I got slapped. Oops. I think being with you makes me really stupid. What? Why? Because all the blood in my body is being diverted from my brain to my pen. Haha. I was 16. Give me a break. Before I started dating my girlfriend, I would always see her in the morning at university. We would sit and talk for a while before our classes began. Now I thought I would tell her a stupid story about myself to try and make her laugh. I thought, what would be better than something embarrassing? Sounds good, right? Well, for some reason I decided to tell her about a new medication I was on and how when I had initially started taking it, it gave me uncontrollable erections all throughout the morning. As weird and cringy as it was, it seemed to work as we're still dating and she didn't tell me to go away after that story. But seriously y'all, don't tell stories about your pen to impress a girl, even if it is something weirdly embarrassing like this. I approached a girl in a pub once and she said you are the first guy to not use a boring pickup line on me, so I tried to impress her by using a lame pickup line. I never use them but I thought it'll be funny. I said something along the lines of, hey girl, if you were a fruit you'd be a finapple. It worked, but I'm still very confused as of how. You said it as a joke and she probably took it as a joke and found you funny. She found you attractive. Seems pretty simple, or she likes fruit. I bragged to a girl on a dating website that a friend, not even me, went semi-professional in League of Legends. We've been together for almost 2 years. This was many years ago, either my senior year of college or the summer right after. I was at a party, quite drunk and talking to a very pretty African American girl. She was a bit drunk but not as bad as me. We were discussing stereotypes and how difficult it was for her growing up in an upper middle class area as the only black family, and how they often felt unwelcome in their own town, and when they moved to an area that was more diverse they were not made to feel particularly welcome there either. I said something like, you think that's bad? I grew up in a small conservative town and had long hair. It was 30ish years ago and the idiocy of my comment still haunts me. I tend to date petite women. Spooning my girl and she says I feel so little compared to you, and accidentally I replied I like little girls. Awkward pause. Wait. No. Not like that. Not me, thank God, but I overheard the following exchange during my freshman year in college in the laundry room in the basement of my dorm. Bro dude, hey, what's your spirit animal? Girl just trying to do her laundry. I don't know. Bro dude, mine's the wolf, because I'm loyal and can lead a pack, but I'm also a powerful solo hunter. Girl just trying to do her laundry. Okay. Well, catch you later. Leaves quickly. The second-hand cringe pretty much incapacitated me for the rest of the day. The girl in question later ended up dating my roommate and we got to be friends. And for the next several years, the phrase hey, what's your spirit animal was pretty much the standard greeting between the two of us. Once back in high school, me and my almost girlfriend were making out in the back of her car. Things were getting pretty heavy and we hadn't really gone that far yet. She asks if I have anything to ask her. I think for a minute and blurt out, do you want to do it? Turns out she wanted me to ask her out. We dated for 3 years after that, somehow. I opened a large door and this girl who I had been flirting with for a while was on the other side and the door almost hit her in the face. She said something like, you scared me there, and I, without skipping a beat, spontaneously said I have that effect on women. I still remember the look of shock fear in her eyes as she turned around and made eye contact with me, fully realizing what I had just said, and said that's horrible. It reminded me of that chapter in Half-Blood Prince where Slughorn realizes Tom Riddle is a monster. He was gazing at Riddle as though he had never seen him plainly before. Most of the time my spontaneity spits out pretty good jokes. Every now and then though I get one like this. I was in the study room in my dorm and it was just me and this really cute girl I've noticed a lot. And another dude. She came over and asked if I could help her with her math homework and I said sorry, I'm busy. Maybe he can help. They dated the rest of freshman year. Still kick myself for that one. I had never watched the movie Pretty Woman before. She told me that she watched Pretty Woman and in an attempt to be smooth I said, oh, so you watched a movie about you? Buddy and I were having a few pints at a bar one evening when two lovely women came in and took the empty stools beside us. My buddy started chatting up one of the women so I ended up having a lovely conversation with her friend. I wasn't trying to impress her or anything, but the conversation led to what we did for work. She said she worked for the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, and ever so confidently I blurted out, "Oh, so interesting. You must know sign language then." She started laughing and was like, "No, that's for deaf people." I just wanted the ground to swallow me up right there. One of the most embarrassing moments of my life. She was so nice about it and said that quite a lot of people had said the same to her before, but I knew she was just trying to be nice. Hey, thanks for watching so much. Tell me what you guys think about this video by leaving a comment. Disclaimer: these stories are not from Reddit Finance. Please tell me what content you guys would like to see next, like more finance videos, more how-to videos, or more entertainment stories like these. Have a great day.